The most damning fact about Doc Rivers' time with the 76ers is that this was actually his best season with that team. This season, which ended with a second round collapse against the Celtics, with Joel Embiid and James Harden shrinking under the pressure of a possible berth in the Eastern Conference Finals, with James holding his tongue in a telltale manner of a star player who doesn't care whether his head coach comebacks or not, with Doc Rivers losing a Game 7 for a 5th consecutive time and for the 10th time in his career, with the 76ers failing to advance past the second round of the playoffs for the 22nd straight year this season. Now, given the track record, given the circumstances of the 76ers roster makeup, no one should be galvanized that they fired Doc on Tuesday. When a franchise reaches the stage that the Sixers have, with the consistent underachieving, replacing the head coach is always the easiest move to make. However, just because it's easy doesn't mean it's effective. The 76ers and everyone who follows them ought to enter this next era, whether it's the Monty Williams era or the Mike Budenholzer era, or the coach who hasn't came up publicly yet era, with their eyes wide open, with a realistic understanding of how much a difference a new coach might make. Blaming the Sixers' embarrassing loss to the Celtics on Rivers felt a little unreasonable. In the NBA, there's generally only so much influence that a coach has or could have on a team's fortune, and there are only so many exceptions to this rule. Phil Jackson could zen master the very best out of the league's very best, out of Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. Larry Brown could extract a 50-win season out of Allen Iverson and Chauncey Billups. Erik Spoelstra sees not just as Pat Riley's mentee, but his spiritual and strategic successor. But those guys are rare, and a quick study of recent and distant history reaffirms as much. Of the 7 head coaches to guide teams to the NBA Finals over the last 5 years, 4 of them are no longer with those teams. Nick Nurse, Frank Vogel, Tyronn Lue, Ime Udoka. Each of them is a head coach somewhere else, or at the moment, not a head coach at all. Now, they are smart, all of them, but it's quite telling that Joe Mazzulla is just 34, that his only prior head coach experience before he supplanted Udoka was at Fairmount State University, a Division II school in West Virginia, and that he has the Celtics back in the conference final. The 76ers can hire Williams or Budenholzer or Nurse. They can search up for the next Erik Spoelstra, for the next unfamiliar name who revealed himself to be a brilliant choice. Heck, they can bring Brett Brown back. At least he coached some decent basketball out of Ben Simmons. No matter what coach they pick, they still likely to be leaving their franchise in the hands of, first and foremost, Joel Embiid and James Harden. Which means it's possible that what happened against the Boston Celtics in the semifinals is as good as it's ever going to get for the 76ers. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're interested. See you next video.